welcome back to another week. My name is Trucking Chris. Welcome back to the channel. You join me on a glorious Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday morning. And I am currently just pulling out of Chieveley Services, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Someone will probably correct me if I'm wrong, and I do apologise. But yes, just pulling out of Chieveley Services on the A34, making my way down to Costco Southampton. Don't know why I'm speaking like that, because that's not how they speak in Southampton, but that's where we're going anyway. Like I say, Tuesday. What's been going on this week in 30 seconds? Should we put 30 seconds on the clock? If I know how to do that in editing, there'll be 30 seconds appearing on the clock. Okay, what's been going on this week? We didn't start Friday night, Saturday. The extra shift got cancelled. Started Saturday night, Sunday. Drove down, went to Grimsby with a frozen load from our yard. From Grimsby we got reloaded and went down to Asda at Bedford, delivered that. From Asda Bedford went down to Fowler Welsh at Hilsea, parked up. Fowler Welsh Hilsea Sunday night into Monday, went up, changed over at Leicester Meridian Services, had a load on for Costco Sunbury, went down, delivered that, parked up at Fowler Welsh Hilsea. Last night started Fowler Welsh Hilsea, drove up to Leicester Meridian, swapped trailers, got this load for Costco Southampton, travel back down, and you rejoin us here. Whew, bet I've gone over 30 seconds. I just thought I'd have a bit of fun this morning. As you can tell, I'm in a very talkative mood, which is probably a good thing because I'm a vlogger. So yes, so you join us, that's what's going on, that's the crack. Don't know if you can see it, but in the background, woo, I have a new light board. Yep, so that's up, that's appeared in the cab. It's really good at night time. It's actually not too bright, it's got a dimmer. Perfect, it is, perfect. Didn't cost a small fortune, didn't cost me an arm and a leg, and it wasn't dirt cheap. Everybody's a winner. So yes, join me, A34, we've just pulled out of Chieveley Services, making our way down to Costco Southampton. We are booked there for 8 o'clock, current ETA 7:30, give or take, because we will probably hit some traffic on the way. Well, with it being obviously a working day and that sort of time, people might be going to work. But it's alright, it's doable, we can live with that. After we've delivered Costco Southampton, we are going to Fowler Welsh at Hilsea once again to park up. So that's the plan of what's happening today. So yes, quick drink. It's currently 6:45 in the morning, so it's not too bad. Been on the go since 11 o'clock last night. Hasn't taken me that long though to do everything. I drove up to Leicester, turned around straight away once I've got the trailer swapped, headed back south, got as far as Cherwell Valley Services. Yes, stopped there, had an hour. There was absolutely no rush to get down to Costco Southampton. And obviously travelled that little bit, pulled in at Chieveley to get some fuel, get some go-go juice for the truck, for me, something to eat, as in chocolate snacks, and we're on our way. What has been going on? Not a lot other than that, really. Like I said, I should have been in Friday night, Saturday morning, but that was an extra shift and that got cancelled. Which is fine. Just meant to spend more time at home with the missus. I do apologise for last week for not uploading a proper vlog. Like I said in that short little video that I uploaded, I was predominantly working through the night time. Well, I worked through night time anyway, but that I was getting parked up really close to it just becoming daylight, so there wasn't really much I could film. So yeah, I do apologise for that. Hopefully this vlog, normal services resumed. And what else has been going on in the world of me? Not a lot. Starting to try get the summer shine back on the wagon. Now the weather's starting to improve a bit. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on. Obviously, thank you to everybody who has been commenting on all the videos. I keep getting comments from past videos that I've uploaded, so that's good. It means they're still getting watched, which is fantastic. And yeah, people keep asking me questions, which is absolutely spot on. Like I say, I am trying to get through and answer them as and when. I do apologise, I am not ignoring you. If I haven't answered any of your questions that you've sent, please do send them again. Just remind me, give me a nudge. I've got a useless memory. Problem is, like, well, it's not a problem, but when I upload a video, like the first two to 3 days of the video being updated, my phone just keeps pinging. Obviously with the notification updates, stuff like that from YouTube. So I just tend to click on them just to silence them. And then obviously then obviously forget to reply when I park up later on the day. So I do apologise if I haven't replied to any of your comments or questions. Like I say, whack them down below in this video once again. I shall do my best. I went for a bit of a walk around Portsmouth. I ended up getting lost. Well, not lost, but I ended up a little bit further away from the wagon than what I'd planned to be. When I say a little bit, I mean 4 miles away from my wagon. So I had to get a bus. I got a bus back. So my legs are a little bit stiff today because obviously 4 miles of walking. I saw all the sights that there is to see of Portsmouth. The prison, the football stadium. That's about it. Dearie me, I think I'm coming down with a cold. It's not good. I've got a throat like a badger's backside. Yes, I know I've said the saying wrong, but I have changed it for some of our younger viewers. Oh yeah. It's not a bad road, this A34. But then I suppose that's because I'll probably say that because I'm always using the M1 or the A1. Realistically, it's exactly the same as the A1, isn't it? It's dual carriageway. But I suppose it's because it's nice to get to see something different, some different scenery. But if I was coming up and down here all the time, I'd probably think it was exactly the same as the A1. So I know that'll be the reason why I think it's not a bad road. Hey up, Beamish. Oh, just ignore us then. Yeah. Shouldn't be miserable. No point being miserable. Life's too short. La la la, but we'll not go there because that's a bit morbid, I believe is the word. Yes, morbid. Maritime. Once this van's come past us, we'll go around you. Oh, not just you, there's more than one here. It might take me a little bit longer now to get past than what I thought it was going to. Do bap bap. Not that bad, because these lot ain't going particularly quick. You best tell me when I'm past, mate. Thanking you. Oh, dearie me. My throat is definitely on fire. Does it feels like I've had a ball of cotton wool in me, wire wool in my throat all night, scratching away. Ugh. Just woke up this morning all of a sudden. So I do apologise if I sound like crap. Well, I think I might have spoken too early about the going to be a nice day, because it's now raining. Lovely. Well, I suppose at least on the plus side, the wagon will get a wash. But, yes, weather. Ugh. We're getting closer now. We're about 17 minutes away, so 11 odd miles. Traffic is starting to build, obviously. It's now 20 past 7 in the morning. So all the rest of the world is getting up and making their way to their jobs. Some of them happy about it, some of them not so happy about it. But yes, as you can tell, there's a lot of traffic going that way. I think it's north. We'll call it north. We're on the M3 at the moment, so I believe it's towards London, so that would make sense why there's a fair bit of traffic going that way. Already seen those are out, or as I like to call them, the road gods. It's what they are, it's what they like to think they are as well. They're the all-knowing, all-powerful people of the road. If you've never encountered Mr. Voser or Mrs. Voser, you're all right. Neither have I. But they're the powerful ones. Hey, oh, what's this? What is it? Is it an old Aston? Yeah, it looks like an old Aston Martin. Let's slow down, see if you lot can see it. Hopefully you can see it. It's there, that green looking vehicle. Hopefully you lot have seen that on the camera. Looks quite nice. Seen a lot of the old, like, vintage classic cars on the road recently. it's nice. Nice to see them on the road. I passed a, what did I go past yesterday? A Rolls Royce, I believe it was a Rolls Royce Phantom, I think. It was an elongated bonnet with obviously the Rolls Royce thing that comes up out of the bonnet. I should do my own Top Gear, I'm good at this. The thing that comes out the bonnet looks like it's an eagle thing. Looks like a bird, that's what it looks like. Oh, it was beautiful, it really was. It was in, have I gone the right way? Yeah. It was in this, in a lovely shade of blue. All the interior looked like it had been yeah, it looked really, really nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like modern cars, but ooh, your old vintage ones, yeah, that's where it's at. They are, I suppose it's because they're a rarity to actually, oh, it's gone dark, daytime! I suppose it's because they're actually a rarity to see them out on the road. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, yes, these modern cars, like one of the lads, or two of the lads at work, a couple of the lads at work, get there in the end, they've got Subaru Imprezas, and they look, yeah, they look nice. But the vintage cars, oh, that's where it's at. For me, anyway. Can't beat a vintage sass. What's the word? Classic. Classic cars. That's the one. Can't beat a good classic car. You know, perfectly restored, looking pristine how it was when it was made back in its heyday. It's like, yeah. I've got an abnormal load up ahead. I've seen the flashing beacons. Pretty sure he had a big dumper truck on the back. Oh. Yeah, there he is. Oh, it is a big dumper truck. Lovely weather. And a crane. Bloody hell. It's all going on today on the roads, all of it. 2 and a bit miles I'm getting off. We might get past this one. Two miles, yeah, we'll go for it. We'll get past him. And he's not overhanging enough for me to have to get out of this lane as well. I'll just hook the line. I might, am I going to get past the crane? That's the question. Yeah, well and truly get past the crane. What are you on about? It's easy as taking candy from a baby. Just slow to 50. Oh, we're getting slow to 40. What's going on? Be traffic! Bloody traffic! Okay, so we are just coming into Southampton itself. You've probably all seen in Southampton itself, especially if you watch Luke C in a HGV's channel, because he's quite regularly down here at Southampton. When he goes to the docks to get his containers. I'm going to say he probably comes in exactly the same way that we just have, because he'll come from down the A44, get your words out, A34 way predominantly, so I don't know which docks he goes to, because obviously there'll be more than one. Somebody's going to be getting some wet wood. But yes, we don't go to the docks. We go near them. Like, they are over to our right hand side already. In fact, they're in front of us as well. They're bloody everywhere. Everywhere! Shame the weather's not better. Normally when it's nice and sunny down here and clear, you can see a lot more. That load's really not secure, carrying scrap metal on a flatbed transit. Alright, yeah, it's strapped down, but still. Just slide off the edge. Typical Mercedes move that was in front of us. Now I know this is a tight corner, so I'm going to have more of this lane than of the actual lane I'm supposed to be in. Yep, she's round. Housing estate looks like you're heading into. Take it nice and wide. What's with all the cones? Out like making it tight to get round here. Christ, tight isn't the word. Because that was the trailer just mounting the curb. Ooh. Oh, look at all the unhappy people. £7:30. Not too shabby if I say so. Bet there's a Costco wagon here. Bloody hell, there's not. Right. We'll just park here a second, and I'll go see them and find out what bay number they want me on. Okay, that is us tipped at Costco Southampton. Not too bad, only took them half an hour. So very happy with that. Half an hour for 26 pallets, in and out. And just as I was pulling onto the bay, one of their Costco wagons turned up. So spot on, if you ask me, for timing wise getting here. Obviously the weather's still not particularly nice, which is a bit of a shame, because I was gonna put the drone up to follow me a bit out of here, but never mind, I shall get some footage with it at another point. So like I said, we are making our way now to Fowler Welsh Hillsea, which we've been to before many a time. We've also been out this way before, the way that we're going. I believe I've shown you it before. So yep, that's the crack, that's what's going on. It's going to take us just under an hour. Which is not too shabby, still puts me there under a 13-hour working day, under another drive time, so yeah, it's all good. I hate coming out of there, I really do. You have to, near as damn it, clip this island so you don't squish the curb, which has got, or did have, a telegraph post or a lamp post on it. Ooh. Yes, it's a bit of a shame that the weather's like this, because I had plans to get some different types of footage, but can't have everything. Ooh. Please stay green. I like coming to Costco Southampton because the staff there are always really friendly, like, and chatty and happy to see you, and it just makes it a much more enjoyable experience. I know it's work, and like, whether it's an enjoyable experience doing a delivery or not, the delivery's still got to be done, but when the staff are friendly and nice, it does make it a bit better, you know. With how friendly and nice they are, they could have us there for an hour and a half, and you wouldn't start getting as annoyed as if they're miserable and horrible. And yeah, there's a couple of places where the staff are very miserable. Not just Costco, you know, there is a couple of the Costcos we deliver to where they are. A lot of the other distribution centres that we go to, they are. I'm not going to name and shame them because it's not the company's fault. So, big ship. Need to get across into this lane. So yeah. A cruise liner, it's the Arcadia. Bloody huge. The Arcadia, eh? We're going to go along the waterfront. We're going to see the sights of Southampton. or what we can see from in a wagon. It just cuts out a bit of the motorway, which will probably be getting a little bit snarled up by now. Come on, van, because otherwise I won't clear this junction. There we go. Yeah. I don't really want to be in this lane, but I needed to clear me back end from that junction, otherwise I'd have been blocking it. Conscientious driving. That's what it's called. It's just being courteous, really, isn't it? You know, I'd be annoyed if I was sat waiting to come across that junction and a wagon had stopped with the back end of his trailer blocking me, so I couldn't get through. So, treat others as you would like to be treated. All these like jumping red lights, like. You will get the hint. There we go. We got any more ships down here? There's a few. They're in the other docks though, so I can't quite see them. Please indicate if you're coming all the way around, people. It's really annoying when people don't use their indicators. People waiting for boats. That one's going to the Isle of Wight. Isle of Wight ferries, so. Whoa! That's massive! I thought that was a building at first. Like, you probably didn't see it. But like over the top of the building, there's the funny one with the oldish looking one with the clock tower on the top of it. There was a massive cruise liner over there. Absolutely massive. Might be able to see it. I don't know if the buildings will get in the way or not. This thing is huge. I actually thought it was a building. That's how big it is. Whoa! It's monstrous! Absolutely massive. I don't know what it is. Is it a ferry? Or it can't be. It's got that many bloody level decks on it. It's got to be holiday ship. Surely it's got to be a cruise, like holiday ship. I like coming this way because, oh, I'm in the wrong lane. Because you get to see all, like, sad I know, but I like seeing all the old style historic bits of these towns slash cities. It's nice. It's like I've said many a time, with predominantly being on the major trunk roads, so on the motorways and stuff like that, it's not very often that we get to enter towns and city centres and stuff. So when we get a chance to, I actually enjoy it. A lot of drivers would say they probably hate it, because obviously you get the traffic, you know, you get pedestrians, cyclists, obviously all those potential hazards and stuff like that. But I actually enjoy it because driving on the motorway, especially nowadays in one of these modern all singing, all dancing vehicles, we go left here, don't we? Yeah, I thought we did. Modern all singing, all dancing vehicles, you pretty much just stick it on cruise control and just steer. So it doesn't really take a lot of concentration or anything like that. You know, you can pretty much almost switch off. But like when you come, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, you can almost pretty much switch off without actually switching off, but you go onto autopilot as such. You've done it that many times. You just drive and you just steer and make sure you slow down when people pull in front of you, or if there's traffic, and change lanes and stuff like that. But it's not really driving. Whereas when you're coming through these towns and city centres, there's a lot more going on, so you're actually having to pay attention to everything that's going on around you. Like sat here at these traffic lights, you've probably noticed I keep turning my head about 110 times. I mean, I don't like pretty much realise I'm doing it because it's like automatic, but what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Well, the simple answer to that is I'm looking for hazards. I know there's a gap on my inside where a cyclist could squeeze up. There's another lane down to my right hand side for traffic to turn right at these traffic lights, so I'm keeping an eye, making sure there's no cyclists coming up me inside, there's no cars coming up me outside to turn right. I'm just constantly got situational awareness of what's going on around me, what's behind me, everything like that. So I know, should I have to be careful of a cyclist, should I have to be aware that there's a car to my right hand side, should I be aware that there's a car right behind me, so if I pull off and then suddenly have to stop for whatever reason, that a car may run into the back of me. It's all these things, and for me it just makes driving a bit more interesting. It's not monotonous. You know, you've got to do all these different things. You've got to concentrate. You've got to take all this information in, process it, and act accordingly to it. And why did you indicate? Right. Oh, that's why. And it just, for me, it makes it a whole much more interesting drive. So that's personally why I like coming through towns and city centres. And yeah, alright, it can be stressful at times, but I actually find it a lot more enjoyable. Southampton football stadium, I believe. But yes, there's a lot more to take on. There's a lot more to be aware of and everything like that, and it just makes, like, some people get stressed out about it. I know there's some drivers out there, and there's probably some of you watching, who don't like coming into these built up areas. You don't like, you know, you'd much rather sit, David Fox, he's from up north, you'd much rather sit out on a major trunk road than, in theory, come and play with traffic. But I don't mind it. I actually find it a lot, like I say, enjoyable. It's a challenge, it's something different. So obviously we're turning right, and you can turn right in the left hand lane here. I've got pretty close to the curb on the left hand side, just to try stop any potential hazard of the cyclists coming up me inside. Obviously I've just got to watch the traffic that's on my right hand side now. All them cars should, all the vehicles down to my right should be turning right, because it's a right turn only lane. But expect the unexpected, because there's nothing saying that none of those are going to try zip in front of me and turn left. So that's what I'm looking for there. I'm looking for pedestrians as well now. Cyclists actually trying to squeeze up me inside, even though I've not left them enough space, they'll still give it a damn good go. Right, this is where you've obviously got to watch them, because like I say, I'm turning right the same as them. I know my trailer will cut this corner, and that van was actually really kind and stayed back because he realised my trailer was going to do that too. Some of them won't. They would have tried to have squeezed up alongside me at that point. I'll just thank him. Thank you very much, mate. It's nice to encounter road users that register things like that, and he just, you know, it's not really delayed his travel whatsoever. He's still in front of me, he's still progressing, he's still getting to where he's going, but rather than putting himself in a dangerous position and making things difficult for me, he hung back. That's all it takes. That's what a lot of us wish other road users would do. We don't expect them to, you know, sit behind us the whole time. All we expect is them just to look at the road and use a little bit of common sense for what's happening on the road in front of them. So like that van knew we were both turning right. I had my right hand indicator on, I was telling him. He could also tell that I got a big trailer and then I'm going to cut the corner. I went as wide as I could, so rather than putting himself in that gap between me and my trailer, he he just decided to hang back. Please stay there, bin wagon. And this is all we're after, is other road users looking out for their own safety as well as us. Like, it was one of our other drivers, I was speaking to him about it the other day on the phone. I was saying, like, cyclists for example. This cyclist is actually being quite clever. He's not tried to force his way all the way up to the front of this queue. He's sitting where he is. Now, is he going to do what he should be doing? No. What he should have done then when he started to move is just had a look over his right hand shoulder to see what was going on behind him. What is he expecting to have to want to be coming past him in a bit? But he didn't, which he should have done. Because he should be looking out for his own safety and not just expecting us to look after his safety for him. I mean, don't get me wrong, I will look after his safety as much as I can. But what was I saying to the other lad? I was basically saying that cyclists are the most vulnerable of road users on the road, along with motorcyclists. They're vulnerable, they have no protection around them. So that they should be looking out for their own safety as well as other road users looking out for their safety. And the reason being, like, I used to ride on the road a lot on push bike, and I always used to look out for my own safety and not put myself in dangerous, precarious positions. Because basically, if I'm looking out for my safety and nobody else is, then there's a 50% chance that I will get involved in an incident, an accident. But there's a 50% chance that I won't. Now, if you're a cyclist or a vulnerable road user and you're not looking out for your own safety, and you encounter a road user, another road user, so a lorry, a bus, a car, a van, anything, any other road user, and they're not looking out for your safety either, then there's probably 100% chance that you are going to be involved in an incident / accident, near miss, etc., anything like that. But there's probably 100% chance because nobody is looking out for your safety. Now, so therefore, if you're looking out for your own safety and other road users are looking out for your safety as well, there's 100% chance that you're not going to be involved in an incident, an accident, a near miss, because both parties are looking out for your safety. So, like, everybody's always saying that, oh, it's always the wagon driver's fault, you know, when the cyclist gets knocked off his bike or nearly gets crushed between the trailer and the railings. Well, it may be partly the wagon driver's fault, because he may not be looking, or she may not be looking out for the cyclist's safety. But why was the cyclist in between a wagon and a set of railings? And the simple answer to that question is because the cyclist wasn't looking out for their safety either. So if they'd been looking out for their own safety, they wouldn't have put themselves in between a wagon and a set of railings. They just wouldn't do it because they're looking out for their own safety. So therefore they would never run the risk of getting squished between a wagon and a set of railings. Now yes, they could have been going along round the road quite happily by a set of railings and the wagon overtakes them. Yeah, that was never going to stop. So, you know, alright, it could be entirely the wagon driver's fault, but if the cyclist is looking out for their safety, then like I say, there's a 50% chance that they won't be involved in an incident, because half of the two, for them to be involved in an incident, there has to be two parties. Obviously there has to be themselves and there has to be somebody else involved, whether it be wagon, bus, what have you, but there has to be someone else involved. So if one of those parties is looking out for their own safety, then they've got a 50-50 chance. If neither of those parties are looking out, then obviously there's a 100% chance that they're probably going to be involved in an accident. But if both parties are looking out for them, then there's a 100% chance that they won't. So, but, you know, because basically with drivers CPC, they keep banging on about the fact that they've got this, one of the courses that you can do towards your CPC is where you go ride round town all day on a push bike or what have you, to see it from a vulnerable user's point of view. At what point are they having cyclists travel round in an Arctic lorry all day to see it from our point of view, or from a big vehicle's point of view? They're not. So, you know, they shouldn't just be educating one party. They should be educating both parties involved, and then you're pretty much eliminating the fact. And then, you know, if they don't want to look out for their own safety, then they run that risk, you know. But anyway, that's enough chatting about cyclists and what have you. I will push on a little bit further. I will get us towards Portsmouth, and I will catch up with you a bit nearer. Hey up, it's the number 17. It's the bus I had to use yesterday to get myself back. Ooh. When I went on my adventures and ended up 4 miles away. Ugh. How busy is the industrial estate today? Sometimes it's absolutely heaving up here. Oh look, bloody vehicles parked everywhere again. Ooh. So, I'm going to end the vlog. So thank you very much to you all for watching. Obviously, if you've got any comments, like as usual, please do drop them down below. I will do my best to answer them. If you haven't already and you enjoy what you see, please hit that subscribe button, and obviously press the bell icon for notifications of when I upload, go live, etc., stuff like that. If you've enjoyed the video, hit that like button, smash it, do whatever you want. Just obviously make sure you click it if you've enjoyed the video. And somewhere on your screen there should be some cards popping up now, linking you to previous videos, other videos that I've done. If you haven't seen them, do go check those out. Like I say, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and until next time, I shall see you all in the next vlog. Stay safe, and ta-ra for now.